Make sure there are no cops around because I'm about to show you how to download an illegal cracked version of a video game. Alright, all you have to do is go on Steam, look up Manhunt, and buy the game for $10. There you go. You now own an illegal cracked version of Manhunt. Yeah, for some reason, Rockstar is putting some of their games on Steam that are cracked versions of the game that obviously they downloaded through the internet, which is so crazy. Basically, the guy who popularized this whole thing, who found this entire thing being, a thing, is this guy named Vadim M on YouTube that makes, long form videos about Rockstar games. I think typically he does videos on Grand Theft Auto. So, if you want to watch some long videos about Grand Theft Auto and the story and a bunch of videos like that, then there you go. You can check out Vadim M. But essentially, he came out with this video called Manhunt Hidden Anti-Piracy Features, where basically he goes over the hidden anti-piracy features that are in Manhunt. And Rockstar does this with a couple of the games, and a lot of other game studios do, where if you download a game that is cracked, they'll input a little measure to make sure you have a horrible time playing the game. And this is to probably just get you to buy the game instead of dealing with this annoying shit on your screen the entire time. For example, in Manhunt, which is the big one we're talking about today, if you pick up any item in the game, which is not optional by the way, this is a big part of Manhunt, is picking up items. If you pick up any item in the game, it triggers a memory leak, and a memory leak essentially crashes your game. And like I said, they've done this with a couple games. They did this for Grand Theft Auto 4 as well. If you got an illegal cracked version of Grand Theft Auto 4, the longer you play, you get this drunk effect on your screen where your screen is basically shaking around the entire time, just making it again, insanely annoying to play. So after finding out Rockstar Games put a cracked version of Manhunt on Steam, this guy on Twitter that goes by the name Silent actually put another game called Midnight Club 2, which is, another super old Rockstar game. All these games are super old. He put it in a hex editor, and he saw in the hex editor Razor 1911. Now, if you don't know what Razor 1911 is, which why would you? They are a software cracking group that started all the way back in 1985, and they're infamous for, basically getting cracked versions of games, bypassing DRMs in games of the past, including cracked versions that allowed users to simply run any game without requiring a licensed game disc. And I believe people also ran a few other Rockstar games through this hex editor to try to find this as well. And yeah, Razor 1911 can be found in Manhunt, it could be found in Midnight Club 2, and I believe it can also be found in one of the Max Payne games. I think it's Max Payne 2, but I could be wrong about that. And yeah, as you may have guessed, because they are selling a pirated version of Manhunt on Steam, you cannot play the game. There are a ton of negative reviews of Manhunt on Steam, basically saying that the game is impossible to play because Rockstar put an illegal cracked version onto Steam for people to buy and download. It's insane. If you spend $10 on Manhunt right now, you're downloading an illegal cracked version of the game, and because of the stuff that Rockstar put in place, where if you have a cracked version of the game, you can't even play the game, so you're wasting $10. Now, you may be wondering, why the hell did Rockstar do this? Like, how is this even possible? And as far as I know, basically what happened is, since these are super old games and they wanted to bring them on Steam, instead of doing it themselves, they decided to download it from a cracked thing and then put it on. I guess they forgot about the implements, the stuff they had in place to prevent cracked versions of the game, but yeah, that's essentially what happened. I don't know why this is so hilarious to me. I don't know why they're selling pirated games. It's so funny. One guy even wrote a review that said after all these years of Manhunt being sold on the Steam store, it was discovered that the reason why this game version has always been so buggy is because Rockstar published a pirated version of the game, and all the little bugs you experience are in fact anti-piracy measures, which is just fucking insane. I mean, obviously, I'm sure Rockstar has gone through a bunch of different CEOs, I guess, or people leading the company or whatever. So, someone who input this anti-piracy measure probably wasn't the same person who put the game on Steam. But you gotta wonder how many other companies, instead of just you know, putting the game on Steam themselves. And like, I'm not a big game developer, so I'm not sure how they do this, but obviously it's a lot easier to download a pirated version of a game and then put that on Steam than to make it yourself. So I don't know. I just thought that was absolutely hilarious how you spend $10 for a video game that, this game came out in 2004, I believe. You buy this game for $10 and you can't even play it. That is so fucking insane. Rockstar has been taking a lot of L's recently, but this is the goofiest one I've heard about in a minute. So yeah, I just thought this whole situation was absolutely hilarious and I wanted to talk about it. Thanks for watching.